This is the level of dedication, detail, perseverance, craftsmanship that I go to here on this channel to serve you the full fantasy. Hello, and welcome to I Want to Be That Cringe Fail Wizard Real Bad. Today I'm going to be doing a makeup test for my Gale of Waterdeep cosplay. I also found a beard making technique that I'm really excited to try, so this is going to be like a hangout, get ready with me to go absolutely nowhere. Get ready with me to sit at home in a costume with my cat. So we're very in character already. All right, so my skin's already been cleansed and moisturized. That's all good. So I'm just gonna go in with some primer. I do also have a little bit of concealer on right now because I have some very unwelcome breakouts at the moment. Next, I'm gonna go in with some foundation. This is the foundation that I used all throughout high school, so I'm sure it's still good. If it was good enough for me then, it's good enough for me now. Just trying to set this foundation in with this sponge. Blend it a little bit so it's not all like chunky. I'm not gonna bother with concealer because Gale's got the old grad student eye bags, so what do you think? I think brows are next. All right, so for my brows, I'm gonna go in with this, yes, brow pen that I love from NYX. It's their Lift and Snatch brow tint pen. I love this thing. I use this on my eyebrows every day. I'm just gonna go in and start making little hair-like strokes just to fill them out a bit. I'm trying to go like straight across and not make like a arch, you know what I mean? I don't have a lot of experience doing like theatrical makeup or like makeup to change my face type of thing. So I'm just kind of vibing here and hoping for the best, which has kind of been the theme of my channel so far. I don't know if I mentioned earlier, but I don't actually have a costume ready yet for this cosplay. I'm still learning how to sew and I'm like in the midst of a Bildad cosplay. I'm also trying to make an Astarion cosplay in time for PAX West this year, which is like at the end of August, and right now it's the middle of July, so I'm a little freaking out a bit. I did go to Value Village and I found a little something there for my Gale costume that I assure you will be worth sticking around for the grand reveal. What do we think? Do I like the brows? It's good enough for now. Now that the brows are blocked in, I'm gonna start doing a little bit of contours. I'm gonna start off with some bronzer. This is the bronzer I have. It's the Makeup by Mario Soft Sculpt Transforming. It's a skin enhancer. I'm not immune to influence. I don't know why I bought this. I've gotten a lot better with that though. I've gotten pretty, you know, disenchanted with buying stuff. I think a lot of us are getting pretty tired of being advertised to. So this bronzer is really, sorry, skin enhancer. The skin enhancer is really light and it's just sort of, I think it's just meant to give you that look of like, hey, I do leave the house. The next step in contouring that I'm doing here is that I'm just filling in my hairline because the Wizard of Waterdeep has a fantastic hairline. It's nice, it's very, it's snatched. So I'm just trying to snatch up my hairline here too. Oh right, I totally forgot, let me show you this. To snatch up my hairline, I'm using my My Chemical Romance 3 Cheers for Sweet Revenge palette that was made by Hip Dot, which I think, didn't it go out of business or something? This like flat contour brush here, and I've been going in with the brown and the black and just scrubbing that into my hairline, and it looks insane at first, but once you start really working it in there, you know, it looks, well, it looks like something. From far away and in photographs it should look fine, but if you're right up close to me, it looks a little horrific, but that's okay. Nobody should be this close to you anyways. I think it'll help with the masculinization a little bit. My forehead is very rounded. It's large, it's rounded. And Gale's is very like flat, rectangle, testosterone forehead. I'm just gonna keep going and I'm just gonna keep doing this until it's not like a patchy, awful mess. I'm reasonably happy with how that looks, so I'm gonna leave that alone for a minute. I bought a highlight and contour palette that I haven't used yet. I got it just for this, and we're just gonna see. So I'm just gonna go in with one of these. This looks reasonable, I think. Actually, I'll just do both. Okay, I'll do all three of them. Add a bit of contour around where I scrubbed in that fake hairline. I don't know if you can see it on camera. It's very much there in my mirror, but on camera, oh yeah, you can kind of see it. I'm gonna have to really try to strike a balance between like camera makeup and IRL makeup. And one thing I remember seeing in one of those masculine makeup tutorial videos was, I don't remember which one, I'll have to try to find it, but was putting like contour right here where the arch of your eyebrow is, and then draw that all the way up to your forehead. I don't know how well it's gonna show up. I don't know how good this contour palette is. Nothing happened. Nothing happened there. I might just go in with my old MCR palette here, and I'm gonna try this dark brown. Go like that, and hope for the best. Okay, well now you can see it. I don't know about this. It looked better when they did it. I'm gonna try and take some lighter contour and just like go over it like that to try to blend it in better. Oh yeah, that looks, okay, that's looking better. Yeah, that's looking a lot better. Okay, I'm gonna go do that to the other side now. Okay, I have a confession, and I know a lot of people can relate to me, but when I first started playing Baldur's Gate, and I should say like my first 400 hours in Baldur's Gate, I hated Gale. Okay, I couldn't stand that man. I benched him. The second I met him, I was like just immediately irritated. I didn't like his attitude. I didn't like that he wanted to eat my artifacts. I trusted him like the least. I wasn't into it. After I did my first playthrough, I played as a Dark Urge sorcerer. That really like solidified being a Gale hater for me. He is such a dick about it when you're a sorcerer. I don't even remember what he says, but
You're not versed in magic, are you? Oh, I do apologize. I meant to ask, are you studied in magic? Namely, are you a wizard? Which you are not.
and like, oh, you're born with something, but I actually worked for it. I actually understand the weave.
And I can pass water without thinking, but that hardly makes it magic.
Blah, blah, blah. It's like the classic, you know, wizard versus sorcerer. I've racked up probably like 800 hours in Baldur's Gate now, so I can't pinpoint exactly when the flip happened, but something just changed in my brain. Learning more about his story, like his history with Mystra, because I didn't really pay attention the first time. Learning about the whole, like, Mystra's been in his life and his teacher and in a really weird dynamic with him since he was a child. I don't have to spell it out for you, but it's very creepy. I started to really sympathize for him and sort of understand his character more and why he acts the way he does and why he makes the choices he does. It was basically just learning more about the depth of his story, and then it's like all the other companions where I love them. So yeah, went from Gale hater to Gale understander, and then playing some more playthroughs with him, I started to become a Gale enjoyer. Here's my blotchy forehead contour. I'm not obsessed with it, but I also don't hate it. I don't know, it's there. Last thing I'm gonna do up in this area is I'm gonna take my little eyebrow pen and I'm just going to draw in some hair. Hopefully this will help with the fantasy, you know? My skin is too textured for this right now. It does not look cute. There we go. Oh yeah, that looks much better, because when I had the eyeshadow on there, it very much kind of just looked like a block. That's how we're looking. Please ignore this. This looks like I was punched really hard in the forehead. Next in contour land, I'm gonna start working on the nose and the cheeks. I got this. This is a e.l.f. contour beauty wand. It's in the shade Fair. It's a nice neutral color. Oh, okay, that's fine. We persist. I'm just gonna try and pat and blend this in, but yeah, so I just put some contour on the sides of my nose to just sort of emphasize it, since his nose is larger than mine, so this will help. So instead of like putting contour right here to make it like skinny and snatched, I want it to be a bit larger. So I'm gonna try working on the eyes now. I'm not super sure what to do about the eye area, but what I do know is that this man has the saddest baby cow eyes. The first thing I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna tight line my upper lid here. Usually helps if you look off to the side while you do this. I think I remember from watching those tutorials was that like what reads more masculine in an eye is having it be elongated, like not as round. We're going for like elongated and down. I'm gonna take a little bit of eyeshadow for the top lid. I have this Urban Decay Born Trend. I should also say, I don't think I need to say it, but this is not sponsored by anybody or anything, just in case you were curious. Just in case it wasn't obvious. There's like this taupe color I'm gonna just dunk in there, and then this like orangey brown color here. And I'm just gonna put that on the top lid, just so there's something there. So I'm gonna try adding some pink in as well, just to see how that looks. The shadow's not blending super easily, so I'm like, this is making me work for it. With the blunt end of the brush, I'm just gonna put some shadow on the bottom. I'm gonna start with some pink actually, because if you look, he's got that like, you know, I just cried in the bathroom pink rimmed eye look that I appreciate. I can relate to. Oh, that's cute. And then just in the corner, I'm gonna put some brown on the outer corner here. For the mascara, I'm not gonna go up. I'm gonna actually just take it on the top of my lashes and brush it down, because I don't like how dusty my eyelashes look. And then I'll just do a little bit on the bottom, not a lot. I think that helps sort of tie things together. There's how it looks in comparison. There's one eye, there's my raw eye. I'm gonna do the other eye first and then the rest of the face, and then we'll kind of see how everything balances out before I go and like just start doing shit. All right, there we go. That's how the eyes are looking. Kind of looks like normal eye makeup. Not really what I was going for, but that's fine. Before I do anything else, I am going to set this with some powder. And for that, I'm just gonna use this Ben Nye Neutral Set colorless powder. Okay, so I'm feeling like I can move on to the beard, which is exciting. Okay, beard time. In my last video, I made a reusable fake beard using crepe wool. In my research for how to make the beard, I stumbled across this blog post from 2008. I'm feeling a bit nostalgic looking at this page. The blog post is titled Beard Stubble Crepe Wool Method, and it gives instructions on this theater technique. I'll leave a link for it in the description so you can look through it yourself if you want. It's basically making a hairball and smushing that all over your face. I love this end part here where it says, if the stubble is too long, it can be trimmed with a pair of scissors when dry. Have fun with your instant masculinity. Yes, that is what I'm after. Thank you, alleycatscratch.com. I'm gonna go prep my crepe wool and I will be right back. So I've got my little bags of crepe wool here from my project, and I have some that are already straightened out, so I'm just gonna use those so I don't have to bother. If you want to know more about like the whole crepe wool process, I go over it in my build ad video. It's me figuring out what to do and also showing what not to do. So for the crepe wool, I have this dark brown. I'll be using that obviously. I also have some gray and I have some light brown / blonde. We'll be using the brown, and I think I'm gonna mix these two together as well. I've got my two pieces here, and then to mix them, I'm just gonna do what I did to separate them in the first place. Just gently tugging on the ends, putting them back together until that's all fully mixed. I probably should have grabbed more. This is it's not a lot, but we'll see how it goes. There's my pieces, and now I need to cut them, and I'm actually gonna do this over a plate because I don't want to be cleaning up the little bits of hair again. It took so long. Now it says to take a sharp pair of scissors and cut these pieces into roughly 4-inch sections. I think 4 is gonna be too long. I'll go like that, and then we'll go like that. Now it says pour the wool bits into the palm of your hand and roll them into a ball. Right, I'm just gonna separate this a bit because otherwise it's just gonna stick to my face in clumps, I feel like. Now it says pour the wool into the palm of your hand. I'm just gonna grab it. Roll it into a ball. I can do that. Okay, I've got my 3 little hairballs here, and I'm gonna go switch back to my other desk and gonna try to apply this to my face. I've got my delicious plate of crepe wool balls here. The next thing I need to do is put the adhesive on my face. I am using Prozaid because that is what I have. I have this little silicone brush thing here, so I'm gonna try applying it with this. I'm gonna start at the bottom, just on my jawline here. Now it says, holding the hairball, pinched on both sides, pull it apart into 2 half pieces. Okay. Okay, there we go. There we go. Now it says, taking one of the halves, blot the fuzzy side onto the adhesive, much like you would if sponging on stubble with makeup. Please work. Oh! 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 Oh my god. It just grabbed it out of my hand. It was kind of aggressive. This looks kind of cursed right now, but that worked. Okay, next layer. Let's go. Okay, that's how we're looking. Obviously, it's gonna need to be layered up a bit more because it's looking a little like it's giving basement dweller, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, I don't know how else to say it, but we'll get there. I'm sure we'll get there. I'm gonna try this with the mixed. This is the ball that was mixed with gray. There we go. That broke apart nicer. I think this is probably more what we're after. Oh yeah. Do you see that? That sticks on way better than the other one did. I have started this YouTube channel just for fun because I enjoy trying stuff and I think it's fun to film the process. I didn't intend for this to be a cosplay channel or whatever, but that's what I'm enjoying at the moment. I mean, this could just become a full cosplay focused channel. I don't know, but what I'm getting at with that is that when I started this channel, I wasn't expecting to have so much beard focus. Like again, this is my 3rd/4th video, but this 2 beard videos in a row is not what I was expecting. This worked. This works. I will obviously be cutting this, but like, I wasn't expecting that. I want to fill this out. I'm excited to see how it looks. Hopefully it can be layered up nicely. That's one thing we'll have to find out. I'm gonna do this whole strip right here. And it's gonna work. I'm manifesting though. It's gonna work. It's gonna look so good. It's gonna look real. I think that's dried down enough. Let's go like this. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, with this new bunch, I cut it into like 1-inch pieces because that's just too long. It looks creepy. I'm gonna try layering. I'm gonna try over here. So I'm just gonna put the Prozade over top of the hair I already put down. And if it looks like shit, we will ignore it. You legally have to ignore it. That is not, it's not what I had in mind. We persist. We keep going. I am going to give myself a mustache. That's gonna bring this all together, okay? This is my last hope. I'm just gonna take some weft that isn't in a little hairball. Take a bit of Prozade. See, with these mustache pieces, I'm just nicely laying them on instead of blotting them. And I hope that this will look better. I don't want to look like this. This was not the vision. Fuck. We'll pull it together. I'll pull it together. Oh my fucking god. Does it look natural? I can't smile in this because it's like... I don't even want to know what my skin's gonna look like after this. This is how the mustache is looking. I mean, it's like, if I had patience, I could have laid it down a lot nicer, but I don't have patience, and I've been doing this for too long now. So it's just, it is what it is. I'm Gale of Walmart, okay? This is Gale of Walmart. People sound off in the comments, what do I remind you of? What else is this giving? What fantasy are we serving here? I've had enough of this hair. This feels like shit. I'm gonna go in with my makeup. It's My Chemical Romance, and I'm gonna fill in the patchiness with some eyeshadow and hope to god that saves us. I say us because, you know, you're watching this right now. You have to look at this, so you are involved. From far away, like if I'm really far away, like we zoom out, just even get further away from me, that looks okay. All right, now that this scraggly daggly, dusty, musty, crusty beard is all done, we need an orb to ponder. And this one is drawn onto our body. And that was my cat's food being dispensed. Okay, so for the orb, I have this fierce purple eyeliner. And I also have my Urban Decay palette. This palette has a purple in it. It also has a blue. So I was thinking of using this with my paintbrush here for the veins on his face, because this lovely thing here, is very soft and it gets blunt really fast. So I dipped my brush in a little bit of water, and I'm just gonna put in the purple and a little bit in the blue. There's kind of like 3 main veins happening here. Let's start with this one. And then this kind of extends and goes down here into the beard. Let's try the next one. So this one sort of connects near here in the corner. All right, and then there's another one, and this one kind of looks like it just fades off. There we go. Okay, I don't know, I'm trying to feel something. See if I can kind of pat that into my makeup to make it look more like in the skin. That's not too shabby. There's our veins for now. I can always touch them up a bit later. Oh my god, wait. I can't believe I haven't shown this yet. What the hell? Hold on, look at this. So I've been using this as my makeup brush holder for this video, but this is actually the first mug I made. I took a pottery class this year. This is the first mug I made, and it has the orb on it. Isn't that cute? I love it. I'm really proud of this. Look at that. I did the handle. It's very cute. It's a cute little mug. So this has been here with me on my desk. I will tell you more about that in a second, but I am going to trace on a circle. This feels like orb size, this lid here that I have. So just gonna do that. I need reference again. I'll show you the picture I'm using. But yes, that mug. So I took pottery classes earlier this year, which was fantastic. I wound up taking an extra glazing class because I wanted to use underglaze. So I was like, oh, what should I paint on here? Oh, the orb. The orb's a really cool shape. So I did that, and like the people in my class were like, oh my god, that's so cool. Like that is such a beautiful eclipse. Like that is a beautiful drawing of the eclipse. And I was like, yeah, thank you. Oh my god, it is. I love eclipses. What can I say? I wasn't gonna be like, actually, this is my video game character. This represents this Netherese orb in his chest because he, you know, girl bossed a little too close to the sun. I traced the circle on. It's a little janky. Again, you legally have to ignore it. These pencils suck, and I would not recommend them. And they have like, instead of wood, like a normal person, they're plastic. So they're really not fun to sharpen. I'm just gonna very gently. That looks like something. There's a few thinner strands in this spot here. And then just gotta do the tail. So like this, and then like this. Well, there we have it. There's an orb. Not too bad. I have some of this Ben Nye final seal. This is supposed to be really good. I'm not sure if I'm done with my face yet though, so I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm gonna have such a shower later. It's gonna be so good. All right, so the look here is almost done, but before I put on my ensemble, I would like to do my hair. There is one mod in Baldur's Gate that is so special to me, and it is what's it called, Gale's Wizardly Updo, and that is what I'm doing today. That is his hair. So my hair was shorter, and I've been meaning to trim it shorter again, but I've been saving it for this Gale look that I'm trying to pull. So there's my bun. I think if I pull it out a little bit, and then I have a bobby pin. I'm gonna take a bobby pin. I'm gonna just put it in the bottom loop of the bun. That should hopefully look a little, oh yeah. That did it. That totally did it. Okay, perfect. Oh yeah, I'm gonna let these pieces fall down. That looks cute. That's a good look. I do actually have some gray hairs coming in. Yeah, there it is. There. Oh, look at that. Like, that's a good one actually. My grays are not quite as prominent as his yet. So what I'm gonna do is back into All Reliable here. There is a white eyeshadow in here, and I'm hoping that I can just kind of brush that onto my hair. I'm just dunking it in the white eyeshadow and layering her up. And it's kind of working. Baby powder would probably be faster, so you can like dump it out. It's funny how much my silly little My Chemical Romance palette has carried this assignment. And just in case someone can see the top of my head, I'll just put some up there. I got it on my terrible forehead contour. Hold on. Okay, hold on. This is kind of not bad, actually. I'm sorry, the lighting is changing in here dramatically because the sun is setting, because I've been doing this for hours. I'm gonna wrap up here and do some little final finishing touches. One thing I wanted to do, Gale has a bit of a wider mouth than I do. To give that illusion, I'm just gonna take some brown eyeliner in the corner of my mouth, like that. Oh my god, right. He has an earring, and I had my ears pierced a few times, and they grew over each time, so I gave up on that. I also don't have any clip-on earrings, so I'm just gonna make do right now. You can see what I'm doing. You can hear what I'm doing. But just wait. It's gonna be so good. Okay, hold on. Are you ready? It's in this here, right? Are you ready to see? This is the effort. This is the level of dedication, detail, perseverance, craftsmanship that I go to here on this channel to serve you the full fantasy. Yeah. Last thing for real. It's a little something for my bloodweave girlies, okay? This is just for us. I'm just saying, this side of the neck might be a little lonely. That's all I'm saying. These look like moles right now. There we go. Bloodweave truthers, rise up. That looks good. Again, the dedication, the perseverance, the charisma, uniqueness, nerve, and talent that goes into my costumes on this channel. You don't get that. You don't get that in other places. You get that. You get that everywhere else, but okay? I know I'm setting this with like industrial grade setting spray when I'm just staying at home, but you know what? That's fine. Okay, I think the makeup part's done, so I'm gonna go get changed and I will do we'll do a little reveal. She hates my costume. Here it is. I went trawling through Value Village. I was seeking out the color purple, and I landed on this thing. Make no mistake, on the hanger especially, this thing was god-awful and I almost didn't buy it. It was also 15 Canadian dollars. Okay, Value Village? I don't know where we're getting off charging that. I wasn't expecting to find this. It's a robe type of thing. It goes straight to the floor. It even has like this asymmetrical collar. It fits me perfectly. It's got some pockets. I think it was meant to be. I think I was meant to be Gale of Walmart. What do you think? Do you like it? I'm happy. I think it came together in the end. Obviously, one day I would like to make the proper robe outfit or some other garment from the game. But in the meantime, I think this works just fine. Ooh, okay, another thing about this is that it also, like, this collar comes open. If you want to show some orb, you have an option. You can show orb in this, and that's really important as well. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a magical rest of your week. All right, I have some scrolls to go memorize. I have some sorcerers to bully. I have a vampire to feed. I've got a busy schedule, so I'll let you go and subscribe if you would like to subscribe. Subscribe. Thanks again, bye.